Oh, you can type your name. Oh, you type your name over there?
Nah. Where you want to type it?
I did already.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Just
All right.
Yeah, I did all that.
What up, Miguel? What up, Bruce?
Oh, cool. You got people signing in. That's dope. That's what.
Yes, sir.
I
Saturday.
gotta move on. I gotta straighten out so you know.
Okay, hold on, DB. I'm still trying to set up this up. DNA, I got a tape.
You want to be out of the frame?
No, I'm in the frame, but no. Not 1-7.
Joshua Daniels.
That's dope. What's good?
What up, Tara? What up, Facebook, YouTube? Yeah, I want to go away. These subways in New York City in the weekends be mad crazy.
Excuse me.
Yeah, let's get it cracking. Let's get it hyped.
We're going to do after this one record and then live. Okay?
Gotcha.
This is the platform. DNAradio.net. This is the platform. DNAradio.net.
Anybody want me to tag me?
Nobody yet. Yeah, I miss you too, Tara. Which one did he say this one was? That's YouTube, right?
Facebook. That's the original one.
All right.
Just the new one.
All right. Oh, Calvin, Mr. Hawkins. What up, Calvin Hawkins? What's good, my man? Brandon. What's poppin', my G? Yeah, we're gonna get started in a minute, but I'm gonna give y'all a little, foreshadowing about what's to come. Today I'm gonna be discussing about stereotypes. Sitting here in the building with my man Wiz. We're gonna join him today. We'll be starting in 1 minute. Yeah, you already know, Calvin. You already know. Thank you, Tyra. I appreciate that. Yeah, you was looking pretty good too. I was looking at some of your things earlier.
All right, we ready to go live.
Facebook Live, yeah?
We're going live now. I'm about to put on one of the hats, man.
Yes, sir. Right there by the water.
Hopefully this time I'm definitely trying to see if I can get some feedback from y'all out there. All y'all good people, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna, see what's up in that brain of y'all. What up, Brandon? What up? Mr. Cottrell?
You have yours?
Oh, no, I don't have that.
You put in your books?
You want me to use the one I had last week? All right.
There's my copy.
Let's see what happens. What up, Jermaine? Jeremiah, Ingram, what's going on, my man? I didn't say your name correct.
What up? Yeah.
We shout out Red Spice too,
Yeah, shout out to my girl Red Spice. You already know, red hot, spicy Scorpio up in the house.
What's good, Red Spice? She'll be back next week. Send me a burger or something. You know? All right. This is BU. I'm just in the building. Rocking with my man Rockman.
Shout out, yeah.
You know. Shout out to everybody that support us. You
Definitely
know,
appreciate the love, the support. Definitely.
you know, I'm looking here and there because we also on YouTube. So you can sign up onto our YouTube channel or DNAradio.net. And if you go to DNAradio.net, you can click in and you can hit the YouTube and you just subscribe, right? I'm saying, I don't know why I need some water right now. Subscribe, all right? You know? So, everybody, what's good? How's everybody doing?
What's up for the BU Nation? What's up, all my beautiful people? You know, Gemini season. Shout out to all my Geminis. We got Gemini birthdays.
That's right. My sister's a Gemini.
What up, Christopher Edwards? You know,
All right. Who else I gotta add? Yeah, I put there. You know, still adding people's names and all that. You know, so we're gonna rock with this.
You ready?
Yeah, we ready.
We're gonna talk on top of this. Ready?
All right.
gotcha. All right. What's going on? DNA Live Radio presents BU. It's the BU Nation with your man Rock. I'm here with my boy Wiz. He up in the house.
What's up? What's good?
You already know. Sorry we're running a little late. You know, things is crazy in the weekends for some reason in New York. But
it's crazy.
yeah. There were so many people packed and crowded, like they were just doing so many things. I mean, it was good to see people out, but
Man, listen.
New York is overcrowded.
Word up.
like I said, no delays. I'm gonna get right into the thing today. I'm doing a thing is pretty much for both different crowds, but I'm gonna touch on a little on. I'm gonna touch on stereotypes.
All right, let's go.
Rock, before you start with the stereotypes, let me remind the supporters out there, we're live on YouTube. That's DNAradio.net, live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook simultaneously. And that's Andy Lee, my assistant, on Facebook. We're going to be live on Instagram also in a second. That's DNA Radio Live on Instagram, I believe. So it's Instagram Live, YouTube Live, Facebook Live. We're playing with some new equipment down here. We're ready to work out pretty good. Here's the feedback, so let's hip hop. No rock and roll. Let's hip hop.
We're rocking with the bop, man.
Yeah. All right.
What's good?
Well, anyway, like I said, you already know how I say. I'm trying to just make sure that everybody feels comfortable being you. Don't let nobody define you. Do your own thing in a sense, but make sure you're respectful. Let people understand where you're coming from, and if not, try not to worry too much about what others say and how you feel like you want to be and how you want to represent yourself.
Yeah, that's true, man.
All right. So as far as stereotypes, I'm really gonna, try to address this towards us. Oh, what up, Trevor? What up, my man, Mr. Stevens? Long time no see.
Real quick, Rock, I'm sorry. Did you do the official opening? I know it's a lot of words and stuff, but let's make that official for everybody to understand what we're about.
All right, let me tell you what we about BU. BU is a live interactive radio program for our brothers and sisters within the SGL, same gender loving community, or as other people know, the gay LGBTQ community. BU and always be true to thyself. To be true to thyself always takes courage. It requires you to be introspective, sincere, open-minded, and fair. It does not mean that you are inconsiderate or disrespectful of others. It means that you will not let others define you. You're capable of making decisions for yourself that should be only for yourself. BU and the BU Nation from DNA Radio is a real program to help support and uplift our brothers and sisters within the same gender community. What's going on, Mr. Jones, Derek Jones, Mr. Kirkland? All right. I appreciate your viewing, man.
That's right. Subscribe, everybody, to DNAradio.net, all right?
Rocky Rock.
All right. Oh,
BU.
All right. We are human beings who have a life. It's not so-called lifestyle. BU is not a radio program that gives away any of our same gender loving or download intimate secrets within our community or anything of that nature. So please understand, we at BU are not trying to be so-called superhead tell-all program. Furthermore, BU is not a gossip type of program such as TMZ, Page Six, or the Wendy Williams, etc. We, the BU and BUNation.net family, we come for love and peace and support. So again, this is your boy Rockman. Give my man Wiz some love.
That's what's up. I'm just crashing. That's what I do. Just crash through everybody's show. So
basically,
man.
So basically, I just want to say within our community, why we also judge or critique within our community, like. We have different labels and titles that describe us or categorize us and say what we are, but I feel like there's some light that needs to be shed. There's a lot of things that go on that, don't be discussed or talked about. So first I'm gonna ask my man Wiz, like I'm sure you heard about a lot of stereotypes that go on within this, particular walk in life. And again, It's not for everybody, but what's your outtake on it?
My outtake is, look, I respect all SGLs. I'm saying, coming from a heterosexual man, love is love. You have the right to love anybody you want to love. My stereotype, I don't have no stereotype, because once you stereotype things, you put one thing in a category, and it shouldn't be in a category. You're supposed to love who you love. Love is all the same. Everybody gets hurt. I'm saying everybody blossoms. You have your hurt, you have your pain, you have your love. I'm saying everybody go through the same emotion, so as long as you just happy, that's what it's like that.
Sure indeed. Well, furthermore, let's go on, Rohan Anthony. Thank you for watching, my man. I would want to say, well, definitely, I like your frame of mind. If more people actually thought like that, I think there would be less people wanting to, be secretive or be true to yourself. Because being true to yourself doesn't mean you gotta, be an open book. Nobody really has to know your, things. But if you are who you are, be proud of who you are. Represent that. Hey, I walk this life. Boom, I'm a child of God, and I could do what I need to do. And be what you need to be for the people that care about you.
Yeah.
But be true to thyself.
Always.
Be true to thyself.
Always. But there's some crimes. I call it crimes. Again, these are just my words, and this is definitely my opinion. But try to rock and bear with me. From my experience, a lot of us, in this SGL community, we tend to be judgmental or upset when things don't go our way. We think that everybody's supposed to conform to some kind of ideal of, if you're this way or you dress this way, this is the only people you're supposed to be around, or these are the only people that can be your friends. Like, I thought for the most part, most of us chose this walk of life so we can be free of feeling oppressed or not feeling like, hey, I want to be myself.
Yeah.
See, that's where I have a little slight debate or disagree with you.
I definitely want to hear your words.
Instead of saying, you believe that people choose to be same gender loving, gay, LGBT. I believe you're born that way. I don't believe you can say today I'm going to be straight, tomorrow I'll be bi, and Tuesday I'll be gay, or same gender loving. I don't believe people pick and choose. It's the way they're born from day 2, day 1, etc., etc.
All right, well, yeah, I guess you could say, I apologize I left out, so let me rephrase that. But I do believe that that's also included. Yes, some of us have that feeling that is naturally, and it's no different than a fish born naturally with the ability to want to swim, or a bird with the ability to want to fly. That's natural. It's ingrained. It's in their nature. But again, whether it's by choice, whether it was learned, or even circumstances, I believe that for certain individuals, it is actually a combination of all three. But regardless of how you arrive there, still is your choice. And nobody has the right to knock you down, tell you what you can and what you can't do, or if you're doing the right thing at all.
Okay.
I think the choice, Rock, the choice might be the person you decide to sleep with. You want a slim cutie on Tuesday, and you want a big muscular guy on Thursday. That might be the choice. But in terms of just loving the same gender, once again, I don't believe that's a choice. That's how you were born. It's how you were made by God. That's how you were.
No, it is. And then for the ones who it does really come like I say, we fall on the spectrum. For those who it come, regularly and stronger than others, I believe some of those individuals have a tendency to overly project. And when you kind of bring it in people's face, like telling them like, this is what's happening, I'm going to do it, people tend to say like, I don't want to be around that. I'll give you a perfect example.
Please.
I was on the train heading home one day, and I was in an area where this is definitely, it was out in the open. These feminine dudes wanted to go. They thought they was on stage performing at some Broadway play, so they wanted to do their performances, right? Mind you, a couple of people saw that, and you saw their face that like I don't want to be around here. So instead of saying something or ridiculing or drawing unnecessary debates or whatnot, they decided to move themselves to a different part of the train. Giving them their space. And I guess they weren't happy, like, oh, you're not going to sit in here and watch me. So then they decided to follow them, bringing that. And it was like almost as if they were trying to provoke or get a reaction out of them. So they just became pretty much obnoxious, disrespectful, all the kind of negative things you don't want. And like I said, I just wanted to cover that ground because not all of us in the SGL community, namely men, are associated with femininity or wanting to be a woman or basically chasing after dick.
so you're saying these were feminine men?
They were
teenagers, men.
I won't say they were teenagers. They were definitely young. They weren't like 17, 18-year-old kids. They were like at least 24, 25.
Okay, so they wanted attention. There's like 2, 3, 10 of them.
There was at least like 6 or 7 of them. There was a group of them.
They're performing for each other.
No, they were actually trying to perform for the people on the train.
But I'm saying, if they were by themselves, they would have been just a regular person sitting on the subway going to their destination. But because they're with their friends, they're showing out. Just like straight people do when they're with their friends. They have a tendency of showing out.
Yeah, we do.
So I mean, I think it's just human nature. When you're around your comrades, your associates, your friends, you have a tendency of doing this. That's how I believe.
But it's a certain age. I'm saying it's a certain age. When you mature, I mean, it depends.
But it comes with a level of respect, though. Like, not everything's for everybody. Like body language. Like, I read body language perfectly in a sense. Like, I would know if it was cool or it was comfortable for me to exist in that environment. Because if it's not, I don't want to be in that environment. I feel uncomfortable, so I remove myself because I don't want to. Not that I owe anybody anything special, but I would know there's a time and a place that certain things just belong in that time, and certain things that's like everybody's free to be who they want.
Exactly.
But why do those type of people feel like they want to be there regardless if you decide to say, hey, I'm going to take the high road and decide to remove myself? You don't have to do anything. I won't tell you that you're doing this or I'm being bothered or uncomfortable about you. I just remove myself.
Yeah.
And when you do that, they see it and they like, oh, no, you're going to look at me or I'm going to come there. It's like they literally will follow you every place you go just because they demand you pay them attention. But then not all feminine guys are like that, because I got a couple of feminine friends that, what up, Andre? What up, Razak?
So we're not making any generalizations.
No. I'm really trying to direct people who do that, because not everybody does it. There's people who may fall in that category, but they don't represent themselves like that. They would respect you and show you, hey, look, I'm like that. They show you that they're a human being first before they're somebody's queen or something, or on stage or impersonation. Like I said, it's about the culture, and people don't understand that that's what separates the when I talk about the different types of men you meet in this lifestyle, or the life, or the community, in the community. Everybody has their own ways of how they feel like they want to project their lives, how they feel like what it is if they're going to choose a man as their partner, or for any reason, that this is how they're going to react. That's what life is for them.
When you use the term queen, is that like is that an insult? Is it this, or is it like you're showing love?
It could be for things, but I'm talking about it in for me, I would say I'm talking about in a positive aspect to try to help people understand that that's a terminology that they use within this community or the culture. There are certain type of men that would identify with that, but then of course there's characteristics that follow behind that. But I don't know too much about it. I just know that those types tend to find their way towards me for some reason.
So it's just like the term queen is one side of the spectrum, and then you have this hyper masculinity or over masculinity.
Oh, yeah.
So you have two sides to the coin. On one level, you have people over exaggerating, being too feminine, acting like a woman, And then you have this other guy over here on the other side of the spectrum who's trying to be super masculine, hyper masculine, and overly thugged out, or whatever the case is. So you have not two levels, but they're left.
They're on the spectrum basically. Yeah, they're on the spectrum.
So they both there are exaggerations on both
ends.
Both ends.
Yeah. I'm going to touch. I'm glad you brought that up too. I'm going to touch on the masculine side. Yeah, some of them with the hyper masculine, and it's crazy because those are the ones who want to be super duper closet and don't realize just be yourself. You don't got to go out your way to hide anything. If you carry yourself a certain way, it's like I said, I'll use myself as an example. Most people would assume because I enjoy being a dude that I'm saying, like I'm ashamed or I'm afraid, and no, I'm not. If I was afraid, I wouldn't be up on here, talking this. But but it's only need to know basis. The only people who need to know what my business is or my style is if you're with it, and it's a possibility we could connect on that level. What up, Ricardo?
Yeah, Rock. I think that by having you here on social media and on the radio around the world, it's showing to the entire galaxy, the entire world, that there are various types of same gender loving LGBTQ gay men. When you see so-called mainstream media depicting gay people, be it white, black, or Latino, it's always the feminine type. There's never really, for the most part, the true masculine. It's not like you're putting on a mask to act masculine. That's how you are. And we respect both the feminine, same gender loving individuals in our community, and we respect the masculine ones.
It's really about respect. Understand, if you really want to know more about this, you should try asking an individual. Everybody, it's 2019. We, should know somebody who's along that line. You know what I'm saying? If whether you have friends, family members, or even a coworker or something, it's always good to try to see who an individual is instead of putting everybody in the same group and saying that, oh, this is all you guys could be or aspire towards. Because again, like I said before, it's really that individual who may stereotype and say those things that's what it means for them. If they took that walk, they would feel like that's what it is. So they would probably try to conform to that notion or that that information of what was taught to them.
I'm just going to give out the number real quick. You want to just
type it in too.
Okay. We're down here live on DNAradio.net. What's up to Love and Lust? We're sitting in for Red Spice. This is her hour usually, but we're sitting in today. This is
what up, sis?
Once again, this is the Love and Lust time slot, and Red Spice is the host of that program. And we're sitting in. We are BU, and this is BUNation.net on DNAradio.net. Once again, that's BU and BUNation.net on DNAradio.net. We're live on Facebook Live. We're live on YouTube Live. We're also live on Instagram. So you can catch us there. Let me just try to explain one more time. On Facebook, you look for our assistant. His name is Andy Lee. You'll catch us live over there. On YouTube, we're live on YouTube at DNAradio.net. And we're live on Instagram at
BU Nation.
We're live on Instagram at DNA Radio Live on Instagram. Okay, the number down here, gentlemen. Who's going to help me out with the number?
That'll be 917-727-8020.
That's 917-827-8020. 917-827-8020. 727. What did I say?
He said 827.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm like,
that's
they don't know the number.
That's that ADD. Okay, 917-727-8020. One more time. Now, I'm looking right at it. It's amazing. 917-727-8020. I'm glad somebody listens to me. Thank you.
I want to give a shout out to my boy Fred Garcia. Thank you for watching, my man. Appreciate the love and the shout out. Same with you, Andre Lewis.
That's Facebook, YouTube you're looking at?
Facebook.
Facebook is in the house.
Yeah.
Once again, this is BU. It's a dialogue, not a monologue. I'm sure you want to join us online, not just hear us yap. As Hank Lovelace always say, Dina, you yap too much. But anyway, we're down here live on BU. It's a dialogue, not a monologue. Let us hear from you live. Let us hear your live input and comments. One more time, and turn it back over to Rock. 917-727-8020. One more time. 727-8020. Rockman, you're on.
Yeah. All right, like I said, yes, definitely. Please, call in. Definitely want to hear your support, hear your feedback. Let me know some of your things. You can even type them if you don't, want to put your voice out there. I'll be more than happy to address them. But like I said, it gets frustrating when society or or certain heterosexual individuals try to box you in or try to categorize, what's true for most of us when it's not. Think about the sitcoms. Whenever they show somebody, from the SGL, they always portray the feminine types. And again, one thing that I would honestly say, and I would say this, that I admire about femininity is their courage to want to be themselves and show that there's somebody different. But for the most part, even some of them get a little stereotyped because people forget they're human beings too. They may not go about certain things in the wrong types, like I said, and it's just sad that the negative stereotype is the one that outweighs all the other stereotypes that erase who you are as a person. But again, like I said, I wonder why. Give me some of your support. The question I want to ask for us in our community is, why do we feel that as certain people move and do a certain way that they have to be something that you would have to identify? So you call them that. Let me know your thoughts on that.
Can you explain that? You lost me right now.
Again, I don't like to use other people, but I'll use myself as an example. Whenever somebody sees me, if I go to a club or bar, because of how I dress, how I look, how I carry myself, they expect me to be, one of these dudes, like a person who either, came from jail or, so I got to prove something. Like I'm out there, I have like 2 or 3 baby moms or girlfriends or whatnot. I'm doing my thing, so I want to secretly live a life and do things underneath the radar. So they expect me to be a type of guy that I'm really not. I might be tall and slim, but my heart's not into playing basketball. I might want to be a lawyer or a doctor. You get what I'm saying? Like, basically, they say that if you built a certain way, that this is all you could be or aspire towards, and I disagree with that.
Hey, what's up, Josh? I'm just looking at the Facebook sign-ins. What's up, Josh? Josh is logged in.
Yep, Stormy.
Stormy, what's up, Stormy?
Melanie.
Yeah.
Jada Mack. So
Bianca.
it's very deep a stereotype. Everybody look. As all ways of life, people like even profiling as far as that. They some like say like if you have gay friends, they feel like, well, are you going both ways? Or like you can't just be a friend with somebody.
That's the perfect way to look at it. You got it, man.
I'm saying, look, I respect everybody, like I said, and I said that before, like, it's not that I'm pushing anything, but I'm just saying it's out of respect. Like Dwayne Wade, he took his son to gay pride, right? And people had a backlash about it. But you have to respect. You can't force your child or anybody to be a certain way. Let them be them, because then you put them in a predicament that they want to kill themselves or have low self-esteem or my whole thing is just respect.
So many people go out this world without knowing what love is, or even pursuing what makes them happy or living their lives. It's sad. It hurts me, man.
Just gotta be happy. That's all it is. Real true.
Anyway, anybody got any thoughts?
Facebook, any questions?
Wait,
YouTube.
Oh no.
Got somebody?
I'm saying though, anybody got any feedbacks? Like I said.
People scared.
I know. I know this is new, but like I said, pretty soon I'm gonna come up with some interesting things. I'm sure people want to be, interactive and get on. Like I said, I'm trying to touch subjects that's going to talk to everybody. Everybody matters. Everybody needs to get their voice heard. The people who's afraid to speak up and be themselves, that they feel like they gotta hide, you don't have to feel that way no more.
So Robert, you're saying this is a brand new program, and there's usually no platform like this. So there is no platform like this where same gender loving people, LGBTQ people can actually express themselves. When you see stuff on YouTube, it's usually some person who might be gay or same gender loving. They're just gossiping about pop culture. They'll talk about this person, that person, but it's not an open dialogue like this. So this is something totally unique. You know what I'm saying? So people probably have to get used to the real men talking about topics that's pretty sometimes controversial, and they just have to adjust, I suppose.
It takes time, and like I said, definitely don't want to be no pressure. What up, Nathaniel Carter?
So that's Nate Skis. Nate
Nate
Ski in the
Skis.
building.
Oh, Nate Ski 225 in the house. Okay.
That's right. True school.
And shout out to our brands in California. You know, they definitely do their thing out there.
That's right.
But again, like I said, yeah, I understand it definitely ain't for everybody. But you know, when you gave me the opportunity to ask me, like, cause you know, you like the way I talk and the way I speak, I said, wow, this would be the perfect opportunity to do things. Cause like I said, other than that, like to sit around and just see and be under the shadow of what everybody thinks, you know, is on the face of this, is like, it's crazy. Cause like I said, I felt it didn't represent me, and I just wanted to get out there and, you know, put it out there. I wanted to clear the air, because it's sad that so many people go around accepting a label or title that really doesn't fit them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'm saying people on Facebook, got any questions? YouTube. Even if you want, tell them your
Oh yeah, I'm also on Instagram. I just made an Instagram page, BU Nation _Rockman. That's me, you know, your boy Rock. But definitely I'm gonna jazz up a little bit to be more comforting, to accommodate people. Like I said, I want to talk to and cater to all different people, all different walks of life, any different mannerism of thinking. I just want you to feel comfort, that you can feel free. You know, be yourself. I have another thing I could address. Again, like I said, the crime within our community of how people want to critique and say that you're supposed to be a certain type. All right, my type, I'm associated with the hood. I like being a hood dude. I like athletic things. I like sports. I like cars. You know, things that I guess you could say most guys or dudes would actually like. But that doesn't mean, you know, I can't have the, you know, the feeling of what I feel like what it is to, you know, deal with somebody, you know, on that level. But
that's true.
Why should I be limited? You know, again, and people within that, where they would tell me, oh, I'm supposed to be with a feminine kind of guy. And I'm like, if that's the case, like, then why do I still want to be with women if I have the option to be with a woman?
People actually say you're supposed to be feminine?
I'm supposed to be with a feminine type. Like, my type,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
that they're supposed to be my kind of, you know, guy.
Oh, okay, just because your outlook or persona is masculine, they assume you're supposed to be connected to a feminine type person. But so there's two masculine guys like yourself, right?
Yeah.
That's like, what are they doing together?
Yeah, basically. But to me, it's funny because women can hang out with a lesbian. They're lesbian friends.
Mm-hmm.
They have no problem. But if a heterosexual hangs out with somebody, I mean, with a gay person, I don't want to say gay, but SEL, okay, same gender loving.
It's
an issue. Like, yo,
they're
like, yo,
baby, right?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, he's on the down low. No, it's out of respect. You know, you can be friends too.
That could be a friend you grew up with, that you still see them as my childhood friends. They both like these dudes I grew up with. They seen that. Look, I told them, it's like, so what? It's like, okay, when can we go back to being whatever? It's not like they weren't dismissive about it. They were definitely supportive, but they said, we see was the same person. We don't see anything different. So me going to bed with another dude don't make me or break me. I'm still the same person I decided I want to be.
Yeah. So that's what it's about.
You know, even when you got, you know, family, like I have two nephews that are kind of, you know, a little, you can tell just from looking at them. And when they come over and show, like, I see family. I see the people who I changed their diapers when they were little kids. Like, I don't look at it like that. That's their choice. And, you know, why not celebrate and represent? As long as they're doing what they do in their life to make them happy, I should be supportive. That's it.
Yeah. That's how it is. That's how it should be.
What up, James the man? What's good? What's goody?
He said, this is which way sign. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea what that means.
I guess that's his name, whatever. You know what's up. It's good.
Okay, once again, we're down here live on BU and BU Nation, live on DNAradio.net. The number down here is 917-727-8020. One more time, that's 917-727-8020. Down here at Rockman, and sitting in as a guest, we have Wiz from the 11 Lux program and Wiz from Venus versus Mars.
That's right.
What's up, Nate Ski? I seen that you called, but we were live on the radio. We'll get back to you later, Nate Ski. 225.
And if anybody's barbecuing, just throw me a burger.
Oh, yeah.
Tag me a burger
or some ribs or something, yeah.
You know, mine's it can't be pork. You know, just give me that beef. You know, that beef.
No pork on your pork ribs?
No pork. Give me that beef rib or something, all right? you know, soda or something, you know. And no coleslaw. Just potato salad.
But again, another thing I want to say to touch up on stereotypes is, again, within the community, there's a lot that goes on. There's a culture. There's different ways of thinking. There's different ideas. There's dreams that other people share that don't often get talked about because we're dealing with the face of being stereotyped.
Yeah. Is there a lot of bashing?
Oh yeah, even amongst us, as you know, within our community itself, like most of us want to complain about, oh, heterosexual people, this, da da da, they don't want to understand this, but what are we doing if when they say these things? Sometimes I can't blame them for saying these things because we're not showing an example. Not that we have to prove anything to somebody, but I was taught from when I grew up that if you want to take that sting from people, give them a reason not to talk about those things or say it like that. Show them different, but we're not doing that.
So let me ask you a question. So do heterosexual from SEL we get stereotyped as too?
Yeah, some of them, because some of the SEL, they want to be defensive about things, but you don't have to. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody who you are for what you decide to want to do. But they feel like they need to do it or stand up or show, oh, I'm not tough. Because of course, within our community, the Black community, I don't know if you're familiar with that, but growing up, we was told, we got to be tough, we got to be this, that niggas don't do this or do that, and this is how a real dude or real man's supposed to be. Like even my father kind of said the same thing.
Yeah. That's
1 second.
Yes.
We just got a message from Facebook. I can't pronounce it. It's J somebody.
James the man.
James with a Y. Okay. Yo, James, please send us your music.
Oh, he's an artist. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Send it to freeairplay@gmail.com. Freeairplay@gmail.com. We don't play stuff through Facebook. You have to send us your MP3, MP4. One more time, write it down. freeairplay@gmail.com. And always listen to DNAradio.net 24/7.
That's right. You might get out of it.
Well, Calvin, yes, you're right. There has been stereotypes for years, but what about the stereotyping that we do amongst each other within our community? And again, lots of people see that, and I feel like we should also lead by example. So if we're always talking about how things should be understood, tolerated, or talk of communication, what are we doing to promote that so people can see that that's how we think, that we're no different than the average ordinary human being, no different than if it was a man and a woman, how they would act around each other. Yeah. I'll give a shout out to Michael Alstead, Antoine McKnight.
James just said, people are people. I agree.
Yes. Absolutely. But again, we gotta stop, stereotyping each other. We gotta stop bashing each other. We gotta stop calling each other things that just because something doesn't fit, what you feel like you want. Who cares? I mean, I see posts on Facebook all the time that I don't agree with, and I don't understand. I'm like, why would they waste your time putting dumb shit like this on there? But who am I to say? That's my opinion. But I'm entitled to my opinion. But guess what? That person doesn't ever have to know because they did what they did for whatever reason. Maybe they're trying to reach somebody. They weren't trying to reach me, so I could care less because it has nothing to do with me. I'm not worried about things that have nothing to do with me.
Okay. That's right. Yeah. So. Yeah. I feel that people barbecuing tonight.
Yeah, I smelled a lot of it. Even coming down, on the train, like the subway grapes and shit. I was like, damn. I was like, I need to be the fuck up there.
I'm saying that's why I said pass me the
pills. That was probably Habib and his shish kebabs. It wasn't smelling. Habib and his shish kebabs.
What up, Crackers? What up, Mr. Singh? Long time no see. It's Gemini season, so I definitely want to give a shout out to all my Geminis out there. All my spiritual brothers and sisters, the things they do. My mom, she a Gemini. Two of my best friends. As a matter of fact, today's his birthday. I want to give a shout out to my man X. You know who you are, man. Mr. Priester. Do your thing, man.
What's up, Gloria? Gloria just logged in. Jamel, what's up, Jamel? Everybody's just logging in.
That's right. What's good?
Glad to have you down here. What are the topics again? Rockman?
The topic is stereotypes. Whether it be heterosexual people stereotyping us, or we stereotype ourselves amongst one another.
What's Rock? What is your opinion about the ball scene? You have an opinion about the ball scene?
I'm glad you brought that up.
What is the boss?
To tell you the truth, I've been in this game 18, 19 years.
Voguing and stuff.
It's a whole bunch of stuff. I know about it, I hear about it, and I get the knowledge, but I never actually partook in one or been, So some people try to get me associated, but that wasn't my thing. I'm the type that look, if you're gonna show this, my face is. Take me to a strip club, a sports bar. I'm that type of crowd of people. I'm not into that. If I'm gonna see somebody perform, I'd rather go to an actual play or something But yeah, the ball scene, I'm not against it. It's just not my scene. That's not something I would go to support unless maybe a friend or somebody close who I know is associated with it. I'll go there to support them. But they're in the industry, the atmosphere. I just won't. I'm not drawn to that. That's houses. I understand. That's how they feel things. They have these categories. Like I said, one of my best friends.
The categories are amazing. The titles and the descriptions is like I seen a flyer years ago. Which I probably have it in my file somewhere. But it was like how they describe different types of people in terms of how they how they dress, the mannerisms. It was like totally amazing. Now I understand the house situation, and I believe I'm not a historian when it comes to LGBT life, but I believe from the little knowledge I do have is that the houses came about in the early 60s and 70s when a gay person, a same-gender living person, was kicked out of the house and had no place to go.
They started their own family. I would say in the beginning it started off good, but I think as it evolved into as time went on, it evolved into something that you definitely don't want to be a part of. And that's not saying every house or scene is like that, but from what I've, from my experience and seeing and hearing things amongst people, it started off that we, have this family structure, everybody's close together, they're supportive and stuff because, like they said, they don't have close ties with their family, so they make a new family.
Right. That's how I believe it started in the 60s and 70s, and today is just totally something. It's almost like, I don't know, it's just totally different from how the original founding fathers.
The plan, the original plan, yeah, it's supposed to support, embody, supporting and be, togetherness and unity, but.
Right, it was a support system, but now it's just like a competition.
But I kind of feel the same way at Gay Pride too. Like I be hearing things, everybody's like, oh, going to DC Gay Pride, going to Atlanta Gay Pride. I'm like, oh, that's fun. I was like, at the end of the day, y'all changed it into something that it started with the unity and the thing. Now it's like, okay, who looks hot? If that's the case, I'd rather go to a club and bar and just do that. I don't have to go to a pride event.
Well, I understand. I understand the different. It's like an experience. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to go on a cruise. Some people want to go to Las Vegas. So it's a big deal to some people to want to participate in the various gay prides. There's something big in Miami, I think it is. What's it called? Something. I can't remember the name. It's a big event. It's almost like Freaknik, but for you're saying the loving gay community. I can't think of the name. Something. It's called something. I can't think of it. I seen it. I got it.
I know they're having a bike ride this year.
A bike ride.
Yeah.
Bike ride.
A bike ride or a
Saint
walk.
Loving community?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I saw that in the ad on the train station coming in.
Oh, okay. But in regards to the pride movements around the country, see, what's so funny, Rock and Wiz? It's so much segregation within this gay community.
That's why I started this topic. What you just said.
Hold on. 1 second. Now, there's your you have like one of my associates, one of the biggest promoters in DC. What's up, Big Mac? Big Mac. Anyway.
What? Wait.
He's really big. He's a retired Navy SEAL.
What up, PJ?
So,
What's up?
Very healthy. So the thing is this. No, you're taking it the wrong way. No, he's like a gym type guy. He's
Am I allowed to say pause?
Okay, I'm trying, but I went into left field. Sorry. What I'm trying to say is that I'm losing my train of thought. I was talking about segregation within the LGBT community, the gay community, the same gender loving community. His pride, he didn't create the Pride, but he's one of the big promoters down there in 2018, 2019, 2020. And when he sends out information about Pride, it's a segregated thing that it's Black Pride. You know, it's not white Pride. It's not white gay pride. It's Black gay pride. And it's like, when did all this happen? I thought when they had the liberation in 1969 with the Stonewall Rebellion, and everybody was so-called happy and gay, GAY, we were supposed to have been one people. But now it seems like there's so many other factions within the LGBT community. You know, the lesbians have their own world. The Black community in the gay world have their own world. The white community have theirs. I think the Asians and the Latinos just float back and forth between the various communities. You know, this is my observation over the years. And I'd like to know, when did all this segregation start? When did everybody start saying, oh no, I can't be part of the white pride, I can't be part of the Black pride, I'll set up my own pride? And I don't know who is at blame that started this separation. You know, I guess you got to talk to someone who's more knowledgeable about the history of the LGBT.
I wonder, do you think that we have any like higher ups or government officials within our thing that govern us?
Well, you was there. You were at the meeting. Remember the meeting we were at last 3 weeks ago?
But that was for business. I'm talking about for like.
But no, those are okay. So
oh, I get what you're saying.
Those are the ones that financed this whole community since '69. Like I said in another program, it was the whites who had the money, just like in real society. The whites who had the money and decided to organize, whereas we Blacks were just trying to survive. And I'm not dissing my Black brothers and sisters. We were just trying to survive and live because of the bashing. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to go from the subway to home. We didn't have time to organize in terms of the different, businesses and political parties and stuff. There are Black organizations that are organized, but in terms of the ones with the wealth, the ones with the money, you know what I'm saying? Rock, you were there. You seen like we were on what was it? Rockefeller Center, and we're in this prestigious law firm that has 20,000 square feet, and they have 3 floors. Three floors of 20,000 square feet.
But my whole thing is, why do they think that that's how we want to live our lives amongst the community? It's not like they have millions and millions of dollars. It's not like they're living on our level to see what we do on the regular
They
stuff.
don't care. They're living their own life, just like in so-called straight world. The guys on Park Avenue do not care what goes on in the South Bronx, Harlem, Bed-Stuy, East New York. They're in their own world. You know, those. I'm not going to try to call anybody names. I'm not going to insult anybody today. But anyway, they're in their own world. The Trumps of the world do not think a second about what goes on. I mean, even before the bum was president, he did not think 1 second about what went on in Harlem unless he wanted to buy some property and take it over. You know what I'm saying? They're in their own world. I mean, how many times, Rob, do you consider and think about the millionaire on Park Avenue? We don't think about them.
Not at all.
We're trying to survive in our own little world, in our own little 5-block radius. You know what I'm saying? We're not even thinking about what's going on 86th Street and Park Avenue, Madison Avenue, York Avenue.
But this is why we need a voice. This is exactly why we need that.
That's why this program is so important. BU and BU Nation is so important that we have a voice economically, socially, politically. You know what I'm saying? It's important, and we can't do it by ourselves. So we do need the community to come out and support us on the various events and activities we're trying to do. We don't have the master plan yet.
No, we don't.
We're just taking it day by day.
This is still just the blueprint.
Thank you. That's very, very good word. Blueprint. We're on the blueprint, and we're trying to make it through every day.
But again, amongst
how do we get to that topic anyway? It's almost segregation within the community.
The separate, and that's funny because even in the common community, just the regular, blue collar stuff, why do we segregate ourselves amongst people? Oh, just because somebody do this or move this way, you can't be friends with them or try to understand their walk of life. But yet, and it's funny because I always say this to certain feminine guys, like they always want to say, oh, I want to be with this dude. Okay, what do you do to make that individual say they want to pick you as a choice?
They act feminine to get their attention.
No, but what if that person don't want to be appealed to that way?
So they don't see that. I think there are no role models. You're probably going to be one of the only role models we have in this community besides myself, right? There are no role models because.
Wait, hold on. I'm not a role model.
You're not an LGBT.
Oh no, but as a heterosexual man, I'm just saying. No.
No, but in general, I get what you're saying, but we don't have to necessarily need a role model within our community.
What I'm saying, Rob, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. What I'm saying is, if all the young feminine guys see it are feminine images, that is how they think they're supposed to be. Like, you mentioned your nephews who are babies, now they're teenagers or grown men. If they just see femininity, that's how you pronounce the word. If that's all they see, that's how they think they're supposed to be. Now, if they see people like you who are regular dudes, I don't have to be Queenie, Beanie, Sweetie. You know what I'm saying?
They still want to. Here's my point. I'm not knocking them because certain types of guys, feminine, it is a natural trait. It's natural for them to be a little bit more.
Everybody's trait is not totally.
And again, it's not about the knocking for that. And it's not saying that you have to conform and be something you're not either. If you're not comfortable with being that way, you don't have to either. But then when you make it a point in yourself to say, and it's funny because, like I said, I admire feminine guys because they tend to be a little bit more bold and more able to be themselves opposed to everybody else.
Well, I don't know about being themselves. I mean, I think it's an over exaggeration. It's a call for attention. I think I'm myself since age 10. I've never tried to be nothing else but me, to my knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
But again, I say there's two different types. There's ones who do feel like what you just said, but then someone's, like I said, that it's a natural thing. That's just naturally how they move and stuff. They didn't learn it from somewhere. They didn't watch somebody else, portray it. It's a natural occurring thing within them. Think about tomboy. Tomboys are be perfect. They're women.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that. So, but the over exaggeration.
Yes, that's what the problem is. That's what
I'm going to outdo you, and you know what I'm saying? That's the over exaggeration.
When you said tomboy, some of them tomboys be turning out to like Beyonce's. I'm just being real.
No, they can, and some of them I've seen them, but they still like to kind of do things the way a guy do, but then I get it because some of them might have grew up with their dads or brothers and stuff, and nothing but boys.
Never been, and we can be in the same area. We never try to holler at them or nothing. We see them as one of us, but once they blossom as a flower, it'd be a whole different situation.
There were There was a tomboy at 8.
I said Tom girl, yeah, Tom girl.
There were tomboy at 15. Until they get 21. It's like,
I never heard no tomboy though.
Yeah, that's the term we use. Tomboy.
Yeah. Oh, that's your.
There's a girl who acts like a boy. She plays sports, plays basketball.
tomboy. Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, she hangs with the dudes, and she's a girl. She's straight, but she just acts more dude than dudes.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, and I don't mean a stereotype because back in the days, like I have female friends, right, who have SDL people, right, and I used to be like, wait, hold on, he been around you too much. He might like you. It's like, no, he's not like that. And I'm like, serious? And my whole thing is, she'll like everything like they would do with their friends. Like, it's my. I'm like, word. He goes with you everywhere like that. And I was like, I'd be looking like, I say, oh, okay. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, hey, he trying to be, trying to smash.
Like a cousin, just hanging out with a good friend.
Yeah, but I used to look at it like. See, this is stuff that a heterosexual man be thinking like that. This is, I don't. Is that, would that be stereotyping? That's like
somewhat.
If I assume that
because you don't know. You just don't know, the community. You know
but it's wrong for asking. If you don't know, there's nothing wrong for asking a question.
Because I just want to know one time, do you want to hit?
Some of them do, believe it or not. I've actually met a couple of guys who, broken wrists and everything. And some of them, they still prefer to be with a guy, but they will hit a girl. They would definitely hit a girl.
But
and some of them had kids by girls, and I was like, what? I was like, well, how's it, and this is where I have my problem. How is it that a woman would go for those type of gay guys opposed to, and I'm not saying, I'm not, trying to bash somebody or be upset about it, but then they would ignore somebody like me who actually still like women.
I think, I look at it as like, because it's the communication, the caring, the spending time, and the respect. Like where we come, like, oh, he coming around because he's trying to get one thing. So it's like a wall they build up that we have to break down. Whereas you're already there, she can tell you everything. She can tell you
No, that's they do, and that's the funny part about women. My nephew, one time he brought this girl with us. Like we went to a bar, and she, because of their connection about, and especially the kind of gay guy he is, they have the dynamics. Women feel comfortable around gay men. They can literally address in front of them like as if like, oh, this is my girlfriend, and da 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 da. And because he likes the same thing. They,
no pressure. No pressure.
No, so she was changing in front of me in the car. So I kind of looked. I looked at her dress and everything. Like, and she's like, what are you doing? She's like, aren't you gay? I was like, no, I'm bisexual. I like men and women. She's like, all of a sudden the whole dynamic shit. She was like, oh my god, like
See, yeah, but if you didn't say that, she's like, yo, do you see my panty lines or something? Like, you can say all. But if you say the bye. Or if she know that you straight, like, can you get out the car, please?
Yes.
Can you get out the room?
They changed the whole conversation just changed. The whole atmosphere just and I'm like, wow.
Yes, sir. Yes. We're here live on BU. This is BU and BUNation.net on DNAradio.net. We are here. BU on DNAradio.net is a radio program to help, support, and uplift our brothers and sisters within the same gender-loving SGL community and the DL download community.
What up, Isaiah? Waleed?
We hear some people, and shout out to people on Facebook.
Brian Henderson, Julius Moses. Thank you guys for tuning in.
I see Gloria Jamel. I see PJ. I see Ray Clay.
Ray Clay in the building.
Yeah, Ray Clay, my man.
I see two names I can't pronounce.
Oh, shit.
I see two names on there on Facebook.
I'm used to Ray being there. I've seen somebody,
You thought Ray was a dude? Oh,
yeah.
It's R-A-I as opposed to R-A-Y.
Yeah.
There's two names on there I can't pronounce. Can you guys see that?
I see Dahlia.
Yeah.
Dahlia.
And then one above it, S.
Sadie.
Sadie Tom.
Yeah, Sadie Tom.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, we jacking your name.
Our apologies. We want to shout you out so we can acknowledge you.
Give us some feedback. Let us know your thoughts and what you feel about. I think I want to read a comment that Calvin said. I don't think you're a bad dude, Calvin. And I'm happy that you definitely agree. Like I said, you probably being a fellow brother within the community. I'm sure you kind of go across the same stereotypes and things of that nature that people want to address and think that that's all we can be.
She really threw out the tells you get out the car.
No, she literally was like, oh my God, stop, let me put my stuff back on. Like, I just couldn't believe, like, why, what does that matter? If anything, like, and again, I don't understand how women would chase after feminine do and try to convert him and get him to go back to being,
Is it the stigma because if this is the stigma being bi because they'll see you as like closer to a heterosexual because in their end being totally being SGL totally that they'll try to change you over to heterosexual where if you halfway there it's no challenge. You understand what I'm saying?
But they don't know for some reason. But anyway,
let's promote the other programs down here on DNA Radio. I'll start off with you.
All right.
DNAradio.net presents live the True School Show starring Nate Ski 225. Knowledge, not garbage. Every Thursday he plays hot reggae at 7:30 p.m. Every Friday Nate Ski plays classic black music at 7:30 p.m. Tonight, Saturday, he'll be playing the independent playlist. He plays new, up and coming artists from around the world at 9:30 p.m. I believe. That's Nate Ski 225, the independent playlist.
Okay.
It's on you, Rock. Number two.
Wait. Oh, you ready? Back. Okay. All right. The DNA show. Listen throughout the day, all day, every day.
And we have the Doc and Peasy show that comes on every Friday at 6:30 p.m. And then we have, of course, live right now, we have
the Love and Lust show starring Red Spice. Red Spice not here, so me and my man Will's gonna fill in
She'll
for
be
her.
back next week.
She'll definitely be back right here to give you some hot, spicy news of your life. That's Scorpio for you.
And we're right now here live on BU, that's BUNation.net. We come on usually at 5 o'clock on Saturdays, right before Love and Lust. And after Love and Lust, we have is that Venus versus Mars.
Yes.
They're coming on next. That's Wiz and Charms every Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Then we have DJ
NyQuil show. We got real good vibes with DJ NyQuil from Tallahassee, Florida, every Friday and Saturday from 9:30 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Then we have the happy hour with DJ Powerboy All-Star from the Boogie Down Bronx. He comes on every day, 12 noon, 6 p.m., and he comes again late night, 12 midnight. And of course, every first Saturday we have the queen herself, Queen Mother
Lois.
Yes, with Queen Mother Lois every first Saturday down here, coming from California at 9:30 p.m. That's Queen Mother Lois. All these shows are based on Eastern Standard Time. Listen live 24/7 all day, every day to DNAradio.net. On Sundays, we play gospel music all day, 24 hours a day. On Sundays, that one day, Sunday. And our gospel station that is 24/7 all day, every day, it's JesusOnlyRadio.com. That's JesusOnlyRadio.com. We will be adding some new music down there on the gospel station. We're just a little backlog with uploading new music to the station, but we'll be adding new music to JesusOnlyRadio.com. Over to you, Rockman.
All right, again, give some of our artists and DJs some support. Some of the ones that's trying to make it, we definitely going to try to promote as much. And again, give us some of your feedback and your comments. Let us know if we're doing a good job. You want to hear something, we'd be more than happy to hear your voices. Definitely want to hear more voices from the community, so we can put it out there. We got to educate people in this world and let them know that we're here, we exist. We're doing our thing. We're people, we're human beings. We love, we have families, we have hopes and dreams. So let's make this live.
I think somebody just logged into Facebook and said hello to them real quick.
All right, we're going to take a music break real quick. I want to say shout out to LaTanya Cleary. Thank you for watching. Who else we got here?
Ray Clay said, hey, y'all.
Ray Clay in the house.
We'll take a quick music break. You guys will still be live on Facebook.
That's
and
right.
on
We can still talk.
And YouTube. But the radio, we're going to a music break. Radio around the world. We're taking a quick music break. Thank you.
And like Facebook, y'all can also ask if you have any questions, or any, anything that we didn't cover. You can also hit us up on Facebook, or you can hit us up at 917-727-8020. 917-727-8020. All right. I didn't know she did this over. Shout out to Nicki Minaj.
What, just on a new album?
No, she just doing like quick jump on some people's new stuff. And so she just added, so get the hype, to keep her name out while she's on tour. I think she's on tour in Europe.
Well, anyway, like I said,
Her album's gonna be out soon. That's what they're saying. She's working on an album.
What was that?
That was his,
That was my phone.
His phone.
Oh, okay. That was good.
Yours keep on knocking you out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
just because of connection and stuff.
So people, what's up? Let me just type this in.
I have to realize, Liz.
What's up?
I have to realize we've been doing radio for 2 years, right?
Yes.
And things we break.
Yeah.
And wear and tear. So I'm just talking out loud. And we lost one microphone wire, but that's how it is.
You lost one microphone wire?
Wear and tear, it happens. You gotta buy more extra wires. I'm talking to myself out loud.
Yeah.
Hey, Leon, what up? Leon Williams just joined.
Yeah.
Word up. Shout out to Leon Williams. What's going on? Leon Williams, we at?
Can I get some rotation right now? Okay, let's find his music. Ask me more. What songs? I mean, search for them.
He got like 1,000, right?
You name more. Maybe I'll search for them.
Run it up.
Say it again.
Run it up.
Run.
Run it up. Okay, Nikki. Okay.
The way she said, the way it rolls off the tongue, I'm like, God.
Okay. Like, yeah. See, and you see how she said? Us dudes can't say that.
Right.
Us heterosexual men will not feel comfortable. How she just said that you gotta turn that down because we get some feedback. And people on Facebook will curse us out. Like, I can't hear. What's that feedback?
What do you play? What are you doing, Rock?
Oh no, it was the sound from my video. It was loud. I didn't know my phone was that loud.
Yeah. So like how she said that her power is good, and she said my bitches know. We can't say my D game is good because my niggas know.
They say it.
We can't say that.
They say it in the SGL. They say it all the time.
See, we can't even say that. Even like that, you be like, "Oh, that's my bitch over there."
One more record, one more live.
We can live. We can go live. We can't say that. And I spoke that.
Okay, Sinatra, we're gonna look for some music by you, and we'll come back with that. But now we're back live down here on DNAradio.net.
Sinatra.
What up, Sinatra?
No, so we on.
Yeah, you're on.
Microphone check 1 2.
You're on live.
We back on.
Yeah, so like I was just saying, like Nicki Minaj, after she did the Drake and Meek Mill joint, she was like, you know, my bitches know my pussy's good.
How would they know?
And I'm saying
because she took their man. That's why they know.
Either that or you know.
I mean, if you good at your craft and what you do, I mean, some people flaunt it like that. And,
even if a dude stole somebody's girl, we ain't gonna say that nigga know my dick is good.
That don't even sound right. I'm gonna be honest. That really doesn't sound right. Nah.
Because me and Red Spice, we was talking about things that heterosexual men can say that women can say. And like, you know, they can be like, oh, you know, chicks can feel each other's breast or butt. Oh, girl, your ass is getting big. We can't say that shit.
Well, Rock and I are going to destroy all those unfortunate stereotypes
and barriers. We're going to break them down one by one.
Exactly. I understand, but I will not be saying it.
It's okay. I don't see. Why can't men kiss each other in public, even if it's on the cheek, left cheek, right cheek? Big deal. What's the big deal?
I'm gonna tell you why. I mean, I think I've seen a couple instances where there's a few people in different cities that they actually do that, and I'm talking about they're not like they're feminine kind. They're just regular guys like you or me. They could do that. I mean, because there's a time and a place. But I think if certain people do it a certain way. I mean, there's no right or wrong way.
That was in Paris, right?
I seen a couple places like down south, basically on the East Coast, because I've never been.
Where we gotta look that up.
They do, and trust me, they do it.
What, Miami, Baby, and Lil Wayne? What?
I mean, I'm not.
What's the big deal? Baby kissing Lil Wayne in the mouth. Big deal.
Nah, but they didn't make a big stiff about it because, like I said, if you do it a certain way, certain people tend to respect you. Be like, no, I respect them. They doing their thing, and it's not making people feel uncomfortable. And then again, it's not what you do; it's how you do it.
I mean, I love my son Sinatra, but I will not be kissing him. I'll give him a hug and all that. Tell him I'm very proud of him, everything he's doing. But I can't kiss him.
But the reason why I think it's more acceptable with women because most dudes, especially heterosexual niggas, they want to see two bitches get down. I mean, that's not frowned upon. That they would be welcome for that before they see two niggas do that shit.
You're right about that. You right about that. I'm saying, shout out to all the put it on right now joints porn. Put it on right now. That's why I dubbed it. Put it on right now.
I have a folder down here that says Wiz Must Play. You sent me 31 songs. That's a lot of playlists.
I'm like,
That
yeah,
is.
but you know, Sinatra also sent you stuff.
Well, all that's, it's a mixture of other things. And
Yeah, it's Sinatra, but Sinatra's on some stuff,
yeah, I'm looking for stuff right now.
you know. But yeah, that's how I look at it. It's like we can't do stuff like that.
Nah, I mean,
Who says you can? Where is it written? Where is it written you can't? Not you. Where is it written that people can't do it?
I mean,
I think the correct word that Wiz was trying to say was that it's not something that's commonly practiced where it's acceptable, where people could understand and say, you know what, I'm okay with this.
I mean,
yeah. In a sense, like nobody has the right to say, oh, you can and you can't do this, but it's more or less likely to be frowned upon if it's something that I guess is a trend that everybody else seems to follow.
now mind you, if you see a female and she walking towards you, to greet you, like, hey, I haven't seen you look. It's cool to kiss on the cheek, but if I didn't see my dog, my boy Big Easy, I can't Big Easy kiss him on the cheek. We just the fist it. That's it.
The Russians and the mafias and the Italians do it all the time.
Exactly.
So I figure that, and they're definitely not like that. They have families and stuff, but to the untrained eye, you may not think that, but
I'm going to go back and watch. What's the name?
Yeah, I like to see the Arabs when they embrace each other. They give you the kiss on the left cheek.
I'm going to watch The Godfather. I'm going to watch The Godfather.
Well, sometimes when the mafias do it, it's like the kiss of death.
Mm-hmm.
Do that. It's like whatever.
Yeah, you want
See you later.
If he kisses me, I know I'm about to die.
What?
So,
you ain't gonna kiss me in my cheek. Definitely.
I'm gonna get him before he get me. Oh no! What? Take these keys in your throat.
Okay, call us live right now. We're live on the air.
Yes, let us hear your voice, please.
Yes.
All you beautiful people out there. Like I said again, happy Gemini season for all my Geminis out there.
And the number down here is 917-727-8020. That's 917-727-8020. Remember, BU is a dialogue, not a BU is a dialogue, not a monologue. Let us hear your live input and comments. Call us live, 917-727-8020. Yes, this is live radio, so we do make mistakes once in a while. Live radio.
We're only human. It's exactly what it is. We're human beings. Never forget that.
All the pressure down here.
You know what? And also, I have to say,
What's up, Regina? What's up, Tanya? And the person above that, Comet
Madman.
Screwball.
what the heck?
Comet Madman Screwball. What's up to everybody?
What's going on, Tanya? Miss Shaw,
okay.
Miss Shaw in the house.
What's up, Dwayne? Dwayne just logged in. What's up, Dwayne?
That's right. What's up? What's going on? So
I have your son's record ready anyway.
All right. So I have to say this, Boy George, I loved all his music, and I didn't really care what I didn't really.
I didn't relate.
I didn't
relate.
I didn't know even George Michael. I love Careless
Oh yeah, his
Whisper.
music is.
I sing George. Boy George. I said because they both George.
I can't relate to Boy George. That image is no disrespect.
Give me time. I'm like, yo, the female gotta give me time. I thought, when he came out, I'm like, what? I didn't even know.
Which one was that?
Boy George.
Okay.
When he was like,
You couldn't tell Boy George?
I didn't know. I thought it was some Europe type thing. I thought that was the face. Even Wham, the Careless Whispers. I didn't know.
The music was good.
It was yeah. Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, I used to like Elton John until he dissed Michael Jackson. And I just
Elton John.
I was a big fan of Elton John for years,
I didn't.
Once he dissed Michael Jackson after he died, I lost all respect.
I didn't hear what he said.
What about Teddy Pendergrass?
I really struggle with that because he told me to turn up the lights and I listened to him. Turn up the lights. Turn them off.
Well, he didn't write the song. Kenny Gamble, Leon Huff.
Yeah.
He did something. Well, to each his,
he was but to me he was I can even with that whole accent. I'm like, nah, he like that. Nah, I don't believe that story.
He's a human being. People like what
I
they
don't
like.
believe that.
But again, like I said, it's a stereotype. Most people don't know. Kings and queens hit back in ancient Egypt and all that time. Whether it was the Greeks, the Romans, what I'm saying? it's so much, and it's like, again, like, why is it gotta be one way to look at it? You know what I'm saying? There's so many different avenues. No different than, think of it. I try to tell people, like, it's no different than seeing a heterosexual man or woman. They're an individual. They're their own person. Not everybody's going to walk the same walk or want the same things. It'll be like that. Rather than look at it like, okay, I don't like homosexuality. How would you say it's not for you? But it's not for you to understand it on that level because you're not walking that path. But understand that that's somebody else's choice. That's somebody else's path. That's somebody else's truth.
I mean, I didn't stop playing that music because, you know, music is music. Music is universal. Whoever creates it, it's still universal that you can. You can still use it the same. There's certain situations that you didn't look into, like as far as with Teddy Pendergrass. I was like, what? I didn't like. No, I couldn't see that.
I was surprised. I didn't see it either. You wouldn't think you hear that coming from his music because that didn't reflect what was going on. Like, he just made good music, good songs that got you, you know, in a certain place.
Well, I used to work out in Philadelphia at Philadelphia International Records, and I used to see Teddy Pendergrass all the time. He would come to the company and drive. I think it was Broad and Locust. That's where the company was located. Philadelphia International Records. And he would drive up every day in his Rolls Royce and just hang out with the songwriters and the producers. Just hang out front, you know. And there's a story I can tell too about. I wanted to take a picture with him. He didn't know I take a picture of him. Anyway. Maybe I needed a blonde wig or something. He took a picture of me. No, I didn't take the story. Oh no, no. True story.
You told me. Oh, yeah, I remember.
Okay, ladies, this is no diss to Teddy Pendergrass. I still like him as a fan. Matter of fact, we're born on the same day, March 26th, me and Teddy. But
did you tell him that?
No, I didn't know that until years later. We're like maybe 10 years apart, whatever. But anyway, I was a special assistant to the president in Philadelphia. The company was called Philadelphia International Records. They had the OJs, Patti LaBelle, Teddy Pendergrass, Hal Melvin, the Blue Notes, a whole lot of hits. Kenny Gamble, Leon Huff were the president and chairman of the company. So one day, I'm on my lunch break, and I see Teddy Pendergrass hanging out with all the songwriters and the producers out front in front of his Rolls Royce. And I'm like, you know, a young 20-year-old, very scared to talk to a superstar. And I was like, excuse me, can I take a picture with you? And he said, no, just take a picture of me. I wanted to be in the picture shaking his hand so I can come back to New York City and tell people I was in the picture with Teddy Pendergrass.
I know him, yeah.
You know, but he just said, take the picture. So unfortunately, I have the last picture of Teddy Pendergrass standing up on his two legs. After that, he had an accident. Probably maybe 6 months later, he had an accident. You know, the accident that took place. Yeah. But I have a picture of him standing up in front of his Rolls Royce right on Broad and Locust Street in Philadelphia.
So you want to send people over there?
What I'm saying, to our listeners in Philadelphia,
they probably gonna want some deals. They probably gonna want to go to Philly.
Philly's kind of hot right now. Is it Philly Pride? Is Philly Pride? Is this week or last? Rock, when was Philly Pride? May or April?
I have no idea. So I haven't lived in Philly since 2004.
That's what I'm saying.
Bring to the mic. Where's your out of the frame on YouTube?
Oh, I'm out the frame. What's up, people? What's up, Shamrock? This is Teddy. This is Teddy. Now listen to what he tell you. He says, better go there. So you hearing all this and then
put the mic.
To the mic?
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's some powerful stuff, man.
But he want to give it all to you. He's not the writer. Kenny Gamble, Leon Huff.
I understand, but DNA.
But the sound is smooth. It's
smooth. You like this.
Yeah, they're one of the most talented producers.
You know how many babies was made over this?
What up, Shamrock? Shamrock Little, okay.
Well, what are you trying to say? Was gay people can't be talented?
I didn't say that. But
men can't be talented?
I'm just saying, when you find out that, and you're like, what?
Listen, he was a good man. God bless his soul, you know.
I think if anybody and they're right in any kind of craft they do, whether it's acting, dancing, why would it matter about what their sexual orientation or their preferences? If they do good in their craft, I don't care. Make good music. I don't agree with what R. Kelly did. Mind you, of course, he this unrelated, but still,
you don't.
I like his. I like.
You didn't want to do that.
No, I'm just putting my.
I'm gonna sit right back on this.
I'm just putting my opinion. Like, that doesn't mean nothing to me unless I can see it. I don't care what other people say, and I'm not saying it's right. I just don't. I only care about this man's music. That's it. Nothing more. I don't care what he do with his personal life.
Oh, okay. I see.
Oh, so you didn't mute R. Kelly?
What?
You didn't mute R. Kelly?
No, I didn't.
No, we play R. Kelly proudly down here. Well, matter of fact, I'm going to bring up some Bill Cosby comedy, and we might play some of that. We support whenever mainstream tries to diss our black family, our black community, we're going to support them. We support Farrakhan, we support Michael Jackson, we support Don King, Mike Tyson, Tupac, whoever they try to tear down, we at DNAradio.net will support our black brothers and stand strong with them. Power to the people.
Okay.
Let's play some Sinatra.
Let's play Sinatra. What you drawing on for Sinatra?
Yeah, let's see what we got.
So we can just announce it right now.
Oh, this is, it says 007 James Bond.
007 James Bond. Yeah. So, yeah.
Why does it keep going to a black screen?
I don't know. What was that?
But it's still live, though. I think I'm too close. But you guys lean over. You'll get out of the front. It might be too close.
I had to get up and get it. You had to get up.
I got it.
So, yeah. Sinatra. See, people gonna go in with this argument. And
that's what I didn't want to do by accident, but so I see it.
I'm like,
no, and mind you, I say it like this too, because again, when I was, younger, somebody told me the face of, homosexuality and stuff, and then being the, pedophiles and all that shit, and then when I came to seeing that people aren't like that, and then I didn't feel the same way when it came to that, I'm like, why did people tell me these things? Did they want me that bad not to go, down that path? I mean, I found my own way down there. Nobody forced me or did anything. It was just natural.
Yeah, so we're not going to
we're
not going back to R. Kelly right now. You R. Kelly, I respect. There's a lot of people that I personally know that left radio stations because they didn't want to. They had the respect that the radio station didn't want to mute him, so they chose the decision to leave.
But think about it, people do crazy, fucked up shit in our community all the time, but we don't hate or shun them or what's it called, blacklist them. You know what I'm saying? Like, people do crazy things all the time without people in frauds or stealing or computer hackers,
Yeah.
Even small businesses that's trying to do things and people trying to, still comes off the top.
Yes. So, Purdy, what's going on? Ray Clay said, like, when our son was dancing, I remember some asshole saying something about him being gay.
That's sad.
That's sad. It can't be a stigma like that. But you know what? Because a lot of people missed what you was talking about as far as with your topics. Can you just revisit your topics?
The topic today was stereotypes, whether it's the stereotypes that's within the SGL community or in the heterosexual community of how they view other same-gender lovers.
What's that next one?
All right. Well, basically, I was talking about how we get critique based on the preference of whether you want to be a female lane with another female or a male lane with another male. It shouldn't be looked upon as a stereotype.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Right.
And we are individuals, no different than every women aren't the same. Not all men are the same. We are created equal in certain terms, but what we want out of life, what we aspire towards, who we are as individuals, that's the only thing that makes it different.
We're back live on the radio, and you were saying, Rock?
Yes. Basically, you shouldn't stereotype people. We're individuals, just like everybody else. We move and have things that we want to grow towards and aspire towards in life, and we shouldn't have to live on the impression of, being what other people tell us that we could be.
I learned a lot from where you coming from, where you was talking, what you was dropping. You have to be an open mind and just listen. You can't be like so negative about it. You have to listen and all that, and have understanding behind it. And be comfortable.
Exactly.
That's all about it. You know who you are.
Be comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah, that's it. You don't have to worry. Nobody can just tell you what you are and what you can do.
What was the record again by Sinatra?
That was Sinatra 007. I
Now,
had to go out and get it because I didn't.
the live call coming in?
Yeah, and I don't know. No, it's not no live calls. It's no live calls.
I think
that's somebody just calling.
Again, you wanna link live with us? 917-727-8020. Again, 917-727-8020.
Could y'all type in the correct number? It's like you said the wrong number. It's
917-727-8020.
Yeah, type that in now. Oh, this one don't work. 17.
917-727-8020. Yes, Mike, type it in correctly, please.
Yeah, what's it? You got it.
Thank you.
What up? What up, Sean?
Charles is in the house. What's up to Mary? Oops, my mic is down. What's up to Miriam? Miriam checked in. What's up? Greetings from DNAradio.net. BU Nation, live on radio. Come on in, Charles. Don't be bashful. Come on, join us.
I never do the backlight.
Do the backlight.
So, Rock, for the radio listeners, you were reading off the topics for Facebook and YouTube. But for the radio listeners, just chimed in because of the music.
Okay. Again, for you, for my radio fans out there, I was touching about the subject of stereotypes. The stereotypes that go on within our SGL community and the stereotypes that go on with the heterosexual community of how they view the same gender level.
Okay, hold on. What's up? Hold on, caller. Let me hook this up.
1 second, caller. We're trying to connect all these new.
What's up, caller?
Boys down here.
Caller?
You live? We hear you.
Caller.
Hello?
What's up? Yeah.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. What's
Sound
good?
like you're on speaker. Sound like you're on speaker.
I didn't want to speak on my earphone. Hey, the topic you're talking about was talking on Rockman show on Sirius XM2.
Oh yeah, they keep copying us. I'm gonna sue. Where's my lawyer? They keep copying our topics.
And then I was listening to Rockman earlier Thursday. They were talking about the same thing, where he was talking about the same thing, and his whole key was the white gays don't like the black gays. And when they have the parade out there in New York, when they get to village area, white gays leave, the Spanish and black gays there doing the rest. The rest people go home, go to sleep, and the black Mexicans to the party, or Puerto to the party. They got a lot of pleasure in engaging with the white. They don't like black gays at all.
It's the same thing in general society. You know what I'm saying? You have racism in the so-called straight world. You have racism in the same gender-loving LGBTQ world. It's just it's the ignorance of this country, and that's been the downfall of America. The downfall of America is the ignorance and racism. That's their downfall. Now, DNA, myself, I am pro-black. I'm not anti-anybody. I'm not anti-anyone. I'm pro-black. It doesn't mean because I like me, I hate you. It doesn't work like that. But they believe if you're pro-black, you must be anti-something. No, we're not anti-anything. We're just pro-black and proud to be black. There's a comment you can read later on with from Ray Clay, but let's let Nate.
I did. I read it.
Oh, you did? Okay. Mm-hmm. Nate, you're still on live. Nate.
Nate.
Thanks.
I'm still here.
Yeah, thanks for that. We appreciate that.
Definitely.
All right.
Maybe what we need to do is bring one of our white gay brothers, one of our black same gender loving brothers, and we'll have a discussion live on BU.
On BU.
Thank you.
Well, you got to hurry up because he's talking about the same thing.
It's cool. As long as we're getting some mention, some publicity, it's cool. So we're all one.
Tell him to make sure his information is accurate. We don't want to give misinformation. We want to be as accurate as possible and let people know about, like I said, the different ways of thinking that everybody's an individual.
Well, what show is that again?
His show is accurate because he's on his born to Karen Hudson. Karen Hudson is not on anything that's for real. So God for you complex is definitely accurate and everything. He's like DNA. He's pro-black. He's from Nigeria. He always tells people, look, I'm pro-black, but I know you're thinking I don't like white, but I got a lot of white friends. Some of y'all just don't care about it. He talks about it all the time. So, you know, he said when he told me, he said on the time I will stop talking to Haiti.
No, wow. Wow.
He'll stop hating us, and I will stop talking about Haiti.
Exactly. Okay, Nate.
Thank you. All right, Nate Ski.
Okay.
All right, Nancy, thank you. Thank you for calling.
Is there any unfinished business, or is there any last shout outs? The clock is right on our back.
Yeah, sorry, I'm about to give my spot up, but definitely, again, tune in. I'm going to come up with something hot next week, so hopefully, you know, I'll get more inclusive and get more people involved. But anyway, I love y'all. Again, shout out to my Gemini birthday friends out there, and everybody else. Thank you for support. So I'll see you guys.
Well, before you go, would you be so kind to go over that one more time?
Oh, yes. All right, again, as I said, DNA Radio presents BU. This is BU, BU Nation with your host. I'm Rockman. Every Saturday I'll be here from 5 p.m. BU is a live radio station program for our brothers and sisters within the SGL community, same gender loving, or you could call it the gay LGBTQ. I'm going to stick with SGL. But be you and always be true to thyself. To be true to yourself takes courage. It requires you to be introspective, sincere, open-minded, and fair. It does not mean that you are inconsiderate or disrespectful of others. It means that you will not let others define you or make decisions for you that you should make for yourself. It means, Be You is a radio program to help support and uplift our brothers and sisters within our same gender loving family or our community. We are human beings who have a life, not this so-called lifestyle. BU is not a radio program that gives away any same gender loving or down low intimate secrets within our community. Basically, we're not out there telling people's business or putting people out there, because everybody's an individual, and if you're going to learn it, you're going to learn it from them if they choose to do it. But please understand that we at BU are not trying to be a so-called superhead or tell-all program. Furthermore, BU is not a gossip type of program such as TMZ, Page 6, or Wendy Williams. We, the BU and BU Nation staff and family, we come with love, peace, and support. Again, this is Rockman, and I thank you.
You're sticking around, right? You're hanging with us, right?
Of course.
All right. People, Venus versus Mars is coming up.